Welcome back to the video. It's day 4. It's been raining a lot over the last few days, but we're going to do what we can to get this done by the end of today. You wouldn't believe it, we've almost run out of thatch. We might need to do another trip to get thatch, which will mean that's 4 loads of thatch that we've now used for this. I've had a lot of questions in my last video on how much it's cost for all the thatch. Let me tell you something, it's not been cheap. So if you're gonna watch this video the whole way through, please watch the adverts. Please watch the adverts! And when it comes to how much thatch do we need, well, it's so hard to judge how much we need. So as you can imagine, every time we reach the end of one of those beams, or what we call the liggers, we need to then tie another one to it and then bind it. And where do we keep them? Well, we keep them inside. Right here. There's Mike getting rigged up for the next shot. Good shot there, isn't it, Mike?
Oh yeah, you've just told me about the backdrop, and it's good. You can see the wigwam, your shelter, the roundhouse, the fire pit, and Amber just sat there.
And that's the shot we're talking about, right there. And it's just started to rain. And we're back again. It's another day. It's still raining. We've just been to collect a load more thatch. If you want to see where the thatch came from, have a look at the video, my previous video. I think it's about 2 videos ago. Anyway, cut a long story short, we've been to get thatch and we're now back here at the woodland. Hopefully today is going to be the day that we finish it. Oh, it's really starting to rain now.
Typical.
Typical.
We just want to get it in the woods. It's a little bit spiky up here, but how's this for decoration? I'm chuffed for that. That's coming up better than we did with I did with the Saxon house. That's for sure. That's a lot. When you're up here, there is a lot of thatch.
Does it look high from up there?
Yeah. It's a lot higher than I thought as well, actually. So we've made it up to the ridge line now. What that means is that as we've come up and around with all of the yelms of thatch, they've now started to come together, and a minute ago they were kind of up here. So using some shears, some just hedge trimmers, shears, whatever you want to call them, I've just been trimming it to get them all nice, pretty much nice and flush. So if you can see from what I see up here, this is basically like one massive bird's nest up here. It's actually very dense, so it's so dense that I can, all that thatch, there's no, the battens and the top of the roof stops here. This is just the weight of the thatch that's holding me up. So it's amazing the strength of it all once you pin it all down with those liggers and those spars, how much rigidity you get. So all we need to do now is we've still got this, these liggers going around here. We've got one more layer of thatch to put around here, and it's shorter stuff. It's a different type of water reed. It's much shorter, so it's probably going to come to about here. What we want is it to come to a point, and once it comes to that point, I'll trim it to make sure it's all level, and then we make our cap, and that's going to be made from wheat straw, so totally different to water reed. So we've got one more layer of water reed. And if you imagine the water reed needs to be pinned to the top here, we can't, any ash liggers or hazel liggers that are dried and seasoned is going to snap, it's not going to bend enough. So we've got to go and find ourselves a green stick, a big bendy green stick, to then do this, to act as the last ligger to pin the last of the thatch in. But mate, this is awesome. This is awesome.
It's incredible.
Honestly, when you're from up here, it's unbelievable how much thatch there is when you look down. There's so much thatch. It's crazy to think how much work we put into this.
So as you just heard, we need to do that final bit on the top. We need a bit of flexible hazel. Why? Well, because the other stuff we have is a bit too rigid, which means that because it's quite a sharp angle we're going at, we need to make a ring. Using the other stuff that probably snap. We've got the saw. Let's go and get a bit of flexible hazel. this is roughly what we want. But I'm a bit worried that this back bit, this base bit, is a bit too thick and it's got a bit too much of a backbone, which means it might snap. So what I think we might have to do, should we get another one just in case?
And we could always feed another one through a spar.
Yeah.
And carry it on.
Or
So,
even if, yeah.
so let's get another one.
We're going to get another one. So it turns out this is actually too small, it's too narrow. We need to make it wider. So we're going to untie it, probably cut that section off there because it's a little bit too rigid, add another flexible section to it and make it wider. This morning, I didn't want to do it here, although you've all seen me bake bread here at camp before. This morning I got up early and I needed this big dough ball. And at the moment it's sitting in my Dutch oven. And the idea is that I'm now going to be placing this near the fire for the next 45 minutes to maybe an hour and a half for it to prove, for it to rise. We want it to really rise up quite a lot, so when we bake it we've got a nice airy loaf of bread. Mike, are you confident we're going to finish this job today?
The thing is, this is out of everything, this is the hardest bit, I'd say, of the whole thatch job. Like, if we mess this up, it's going to ruin the whole thatch job. So it's like, we've come this far, and the flow has been really good, and then we just hit this wall.
Yeah,
and it's like, we're really thinking about it.
Yesterday we were thinking about quite a lot, working out how exactly to do it.
And yeah,
it's those finishing final touches that we want to get it right.
Yeah, exactly. We want it to look good, look authentic. You know, we're not building it with historically correct tools or anything like that. But in terms of looks, we're getting as accurate as possible to what they thought they looked like.
Well, I'll tell you what,
nearly 2,000 years ago.
It looks pretty authentic to me.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, this is solid. Feels more solid up here than down. Yeah, let's do the opposite side. You shall not pass.
And there you can see it's risen quite nicely. So I've just built the fire up a bit. I'm going to wait 10 minutes, let that burn down, get some good coals, and then put the Dutch oven, move all the coals aside, put the Dutch oven in the middle of the coals, and then the coals on top of the Dutch oven. Just put 2 or 3 of these ones on top. Get some nice ones that are burning. Nice glow to them. Let's do one more. Which one should we go for? Let's go for this one. Nice piece there. There we are. Bit of heat on the top. Cooking good in the woods.
Cooking good in the woods.
So if you're still watching, thank you very much. Now it's time for a little shameless merch plug. So feel free to skip ahead about a minute. Let's start with the Sporks. I've got these titanium Sporks. You probably remember I've had these for quite a while now. These are a great little companion for when you're out camping, lightweight, and once again titanium. These here, I've got these lovely KUKSAS. I think they hold 12 ounces of fluid, and yet they are absolutely brilliant. You can see there's a logo on the bottom there, and as you probably worked out, my merch is all about cooking good in the woods. And one more thing, I do have these chopping boards, again with the logo. These are bamboo chopping boards, quite heavy duty. In fact, they're very hard to break. Now, before I finish, there's one more thing. I've got these stickers. A lot of people like stickers. So I'll just show you what I've got here. Got, again, cooking good in the woods. And then there's 2 different designs in black. There's also this one. And then this one is where to get everything, bushcrafttools.com. And then the last one is that sticker right there. There we are, cooking good in the woods merch. But wait, have a look at this. So we've got Bushcraft Tools t-shirts, and on the back, yes, come on, you guessed it, cooking good in the woods. There's a link at the end of the video, so feel free to click on it, or even look down in the description. You're going to see a link to the Teesprings website, and that's where you can get the t-shirts. Otherwise, you go to the Bushcraft Tools website to get the other cooking good in the woods merch. Now back to the video. So what have you got in there? Just onion, pepper?
Onion, pepper, garlic, mince, beef mince, and then we're going to add some chopped tomato. Nice. With onion and garlic. Nice. One with chilli as well. And then we're going to add some oregano.
Ooh, lovely.
And we're going to add some chili powder.
Hey, sounds good to me. Well, you shouldn't really, but I'm just going to have a little look to see how this is doing. Little look. What we don't want is the top to burn. Oh, look at that. The sides are getting a bit hot, but that's fine. It's probably because we've got a bit of flame there. And the top's looking not too bad. Great. Good, I'm happy with that. of oregano.
Yep, that should be it.
And then you put chili powder in as well, did you?
I've just done a bit of chili powder, yeah. We can always add a bit more if we want it a bit hotter.
Nice.
But we can put the lid on and let it just simmer.
Good. So we've just been talking about it. We think the last time we cooked up a meal here was in January. And I think we cooked, we cooked duck? We might have had...
No, actually we did the pizzas.
Oh yeah, we did pizzas, that's right, we did pizzas, yeah. That's true. But before that, I think it was the duck. So this is our third meal. And the reason being is because we've just been concentrating on getting this thing done. It's dragged out quite a while, you can imagine why, because of Corona season and all that.
Yeah.
But we're almost there, we just have to do that little bit left. We're gonna eat this food, get a bit of energy, and then finish it off. It should take no more than an hour, and then this job is done. The next stage will be, in another video's time, bringing in the beds from the Viking house all the way down here to make it a bit homely. Maybe make a table or two, maybe put in a small little fire pit. We are gonna have a little fire going on the inside of the roundhouse, not big at all. Yes, I know what you're thinking, we don't want that to suddenly burn down because we have put a few pounds into that thatch, put it that way. We don't want a big fire, just a small controlled fire, and that is it. That's the plan for the overnighters. And of course, we're gonna be cooking up a feast. Right, time to take the bread off. Woo! Look at that.
That looks insane.
Oh yeah.
She's cooked.
Wow. Looking really good. Sounds hollow. Ooh, have a look at this. It smells great.
Oh, that smells amazing, and that bread smells amazing. I reckon we've outdone ourselves again.
Does that smell good, Mike?
It smells so good. So good.
Oh, look at it.
It's awesome. Crispy. In a nice way.
Well, the bread's still a little bit warm. Ideally, you want to leave it cool. But you know what? We're quite hungry. So let's just go for it. There you are, nice chunky hunks of bread.
On a cold autumn day.
To go with our chilli. Right, chef.
Here we go, let's see what the verdict is. The bread looks awesome. The chilli does look awesome and smell good, but we don't know what it's going to taste like. After all those years of people saying, Mike, you need to cook for Dustin.
Yeah, it's true,
I've finally done it. About 2.5 to 3 years later.
Ooh, moment of truth.
Here we go. I'm going straight for the bread.
Straight for the bread. I'm going straight for the chili. Oh, I think it's going to be quite hot.
Not bad. It's a mild chili powder that I put in. That bread is amazing. It's so crispy on the outside.
Mm. Oh, that's really nice. I am so hungry as well. But it is very nice. I love it. Mm. Mm.
Bread. Time for the chili.
Yeah, it's got a real crust on it.
It's nice.
Excuse my hands, they are quite dirty. But we've just been finishing off the Roundhouse, so what do you expect? Mm.
That's good.
Mm. What a great combo.
Mm. This time of year as well.
Yeah.
What a dish for this time of year.
Mm.
Baked bread and chili. Great after a few beers as well. The chili.
Yeah. Where's the beers? I wish we
Yeah.
had beers. We'll have to get some mead for the first.
Yeah,
The first
that's
meal.
happening.
First overnighter. Bottle of mead. Each. Oh. You know what? I never cook with kidney beans.
I don't. Only ever
They're
with chili,
so
though.
good.
They really add like a texture.
They
More
do.
so than the taste. They're
They do.
totally different like texture. It's
I
like
do
when
love
you
the
add
texture.
nuts to a salad or something.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
that texture difference.
Or nuts to a stir fry. Right at the end, just finish it with nuts. Love it.
I won't need dinner tonight.
You know what? It's a well-deserved meal. What do you think we've got? An hour left?
We've got to lash the wheat straw together.
Mm.
Make the cut, push it down, and then pin it in, probably with a nice pattern of spars and
Oh yeah.
riggers.
Oh yeah. That would be good because we got
yeah.
loads of spars. We got about
We've got loads
50,
of spars,
60 spars
so
left
we
over.
can make a pattern.
Yeah, that's a good idea actually. I didn't think of that. Look at that real fluffy bread. Lovely. Well, it's about time Mike cooked me a meal, but I tell you what, Mike, you've done really well. Super tasty,
Cheers, mate.
very good.
Yeah, got there in the end. Took 2 years.
Well, I'm a poor teacher then. It's taking me that long. People always comment on my channel, in my videos. They say, "Have you been a chef? Have you ever been interested in?" I've never been a chef, and no, I've never been a chef. My mum always cooked good food using fresh, local ingredients, and I think I've taken that on. And later in life, being now, I've kind of realised that good food does come from good, fresh ingredients. Using the right ingredients and a few spices and so on, you can really make a nice dish incredible. People always comment saying, why don't you, or have you ever thought about bringing out a cookbook? No, I have no interest in bringing out a cookbook at all. That's not my scene, not for me. For me, I just want to show people a few ways of cooking, a little bit different style of cooking in the woods, cooking tasty meals, different food, different meals. And my cookbook are just the videos. That's pretty much my cookbook.
Can I borrow your knife? That was like creeping closer and closer.
And as you know, this place is quite near a helicopter base.
Yeah.
And you can probably hear it. It's quite irritating when we're filming like now. I want to talk to you guys and there's a helicopter flying over, so I'm just going to keep talking as if I can't even hear it. But if you're still watching the video, thank you very much. There's a little bit more to do on the cap, and once we finish this, we're going to get straight back to it. And then one last thing, I just want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to Petromax. They've supplied us with a lot of kit throughout the whole series and previous builds as well. The cooking equipment, the cast iron Dutch oven pans that we use, the skillets, they're all supplied by Petromax. I'll put a link below. Thank you very much. Check them out. They are great. They make some amazing kit. And also, you know what? This Roundhouse, it was built using a couple of Silky saws. Again, shout out and a big thank you to Silky Saws, Silky Europe. I'll put their link below. If you're looking for a good quality folding saw, they do a range of saws, ranging from this one to giant ones to very small pocket ones. Check them out. Before we get on the roof, while the food goes down, let's take a little tour inside. Well, you can see I've got my torch on here because without the torch, this place is pitch black. Let's talk through what we've got, well, the jobs to do on the inside. The main job are the spars. Remember, the spars, they pinch through, they poke through the thatch. And the layer of thatch, it could well be, I don't know, maybe 15 or so centimeters, maybe 15, 20 centimeters thick. So it's quite deep. It means that it's definitely going to allow a lot of the rain to run off. But there is a bit of a hazard in here, and that is that the spars, they're quite sharp. So what we need to do, we need to get loppers and cut off each and every single one poking through. So using these, what we do is we go along and just take off all these really sharp points, because the last thing we want is another head injury. If you look back about 3 episodes ago, Mike had quite a nasty head injury, and I had a little cut on my back as well due to the what was it we caught them on? Oh, due to the rafters. The rafters that are poking out, they were quite sharp. So once again, using these, we're just going to take off all of these. Now remember, we've used about 400 spars so far, which means there's about 800 of these to cut off, to trim off. You might not think it, but there's quite a few of these. This is it. They're bone dry now, and they're really sharp. And if you were to catch that on your head, it'd probably peel back a bit of your scalp. Ouch. And as for the rest of it, it's a bit of a storage shed or a barn. We've got a few of these left over. We've got a load of liggers. Sorry, we've got a load of spars left over as well, which are these. And then we've got 10 or 12 liggers, which are over there. And yeah, it's just very roomly in here, very roomly. The idea is to put a bed, maybe a bed there, a bed on the other side, a little fire pit in the middle. I'll show you what it looks like looking up. And there is the roof, can't even reach it. You can see there's a few of these reeds that are poking through. They just need a little trim back, a little tidy up in here. But yeah, oh, it already feels warm in here. There's no wind blowing through the walls. Yes, there are a few cracks in the walls, but we will deal with that later. The main thing was to get this roof on before the real winter storms kick in. With that being said, let's go back outside, get up the ladder and finish the roof. a great work, Mike. It's like you've done that before.
It's all just decorative, it's not doing anything probably.
Look at it.
It does look good though, I'm really impressed.
Really good job. Well guys, thanks for watching the video. Now this is finished. The roof is done. No more climbing the ladder, handing bales of reed to each other and thatching it down, pinning it down. Wow, it's taken quite a while. As I explained earlier, it's taken, I don't know what, we started it I think back in January.
Nearly over 6 months that is, but we had that big break with COVID-19.
COVID-19, it kind of messed things up a bit.
Look at it.
We did get rained off. It's taken about 5 or 6 days to put the thatch on the roof. We haven't done whole days because we did get rained off quite a few times. It is, what, it's October now.
Yeah, coming up middle of October.
Coming up middle of October, so the weather's not too good. But I just want to say, you know, it's great. Look at it.
It's just,
I'm speechless.
Every episode, every series we do, we always look at it and we go, we outdone ourselves.
We have.
How are we going to set the bar?
We're not going to be able to top this one.
No, we can't. I don't think that's too good.
So the next thing to look out for in the next video, hopefully coming soon within the next couple of weeks, will be moving our things in. What we're talking about, not TVs, well, not sofas, but beds. So we're gonna go to the Viking house. For those who haven't seen the Viking house series, go and check it out. Move our beds from there into here, maybe put in a little fire pit, maybe put in a table or two, but start making this a little bit homely inside, building up to the the first overnighter. That is all I'm gonna say. If you've watched the video up until now, thank you very much. Please let me know in the comments if you've got any ideas, suggestions to do here inside or around the camp. Let me know as well if you like the video by giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Mike's channel, definitely subscribe to Mike's channel because he does a lot better filming than I do.
I don't know, your drone stuff, man, today. It was
Hope you enjoyed the
awesome.
drone stuff. I did
Really
almost
good.
crash it, but it worked out pretty well. Thanks a lot. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.